Let the fun begin, baby. Let the fun begin. Another Genesis Ultimatum. Don't mind if I do's. If I haven't already won, I'm definitely going to put a nail in the coffin here on this next play. Ready for this? How about another Waking the Trolls? How about another one? Do you like ultimatums? Because I know I do. And that's why today I'm running a 5-color ultimatum deck. Well, on paper, this might be technically a teamer list, but we do run all 5 colors with World Tree, allowing us to open the door to all sorts of shenanigans like playing other ultimatums that you're going to see here. But before we jump into it and break this deck down for you guys and get into the gameplay footage, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take a moment to do so. It is a free way to help support the channel as well as get us out to more of the community and put more eyes on the content. I'd really appreciate that. As well as hitting that bell, that's for you. That way you get notified anytime we post a video, which is 3 times a week. All right, let's talk about it. So like I said, we got some shenanigans today because we're going to be playing not 1, not 2, but 3 different ultimatums here. I could have technically ran all 5 ultimatums here, but Inspired Ultimatum and Emergent Ultimatum, just honestly, I had to sit here and be critical about it, and they don't really make sense in the deck, to be honest. Inspired Ultimatum makes a little more sense, but it still wasn't very good here. Even Eerie Ultimatum has some really crazy good moments, but even Eerie Ultimatum is tough to cast sometimes, but it is a lot of fun in this deck. So let me go ahead and break this thing down and explain how it works. So basically, we have your very classic teamer build. It's going to be a teamer adventure shell. So we got Edgewall Innkeeper, of course, because that plays really well with our teamer list. We basically had to get a nice little curve going early on in the game. All we're trying to do is set ourselves up to cast all of these ultimatums and really get our heavy hitters down on the battlefield. So Edgewall is going to be the first thing to help us get there. It's also going to allow us some card draw action. Some other adventure spells that we have are obviously Lovestruck Beast, 4 of, the Bone Crusher Giant, 4 of, and then 3 Brazen Borrowers. So that right there is going to be our adventure package that you've seen 100 times. But like I said, it's very good. It's just really good at getting you to where you need to go, and it's also powerful enough to win games on that package alone. It's always been around for a reason. It's just a very good set of cards. But in this particular set, we're going to be using it to get to our end game. Another way to get to our end game is going to be through Cultivate, which is a 4 of ramp spell that we're going to be casting in order to cheat some mana into play to get us to where we need to go, which is the ultimatums. And then another way to ramp up, but also is a great way to help us against rogues, is Midnight Clock. If we can get this thing down on turn 3 against rogues, you're probably going to win the game. It also adds an additional mana, which a lot of people don't know about this card, is it adds 1 blue mana. And if you haven't noticed, Genesis Ultimatum is a 4 of, and it's our main ultimatum we're going to be casting. It has 3 blue mana requirements, which is the most on the card. So having a ramp up to blue here is always really good. And then let's go ahead and have some fun and get into our ultimatums. So like I said, we have a World Tree package, which allows us to make any mana on the battlefield any color that we want it to be. So if we can just find 1 World Tree, then we can cast any ultimatum that we want. Well, with us having the majority of our ultimatums being Genesis Ultimatum, what it says is look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put all the permanents onto the battlefield that you want. Well, a lot of times, if you haven't already by turn 7 pulled a World Tree, then Genesis Ultimatum does a really good job of finding you a World Tree for the battlefield. So if Genesis Ultimatum hits you a World Tree, that opens up the door to your other ultimatums. Ruinous Ultimatum being a 2 of, which destroys all non-land permanents your opponents control. It's not just a board wipe, it's a complete field wipe on your opponent's side of the field. And then we also have some really cool things to grab with the Genesis Ultimatum to obviously win the game with, like 2 Kiora Best of Sea Gods, 2 Waking the Trolls, and 2 Ugins. Those are going to be all of our biggest win cons here that are going to be grabbed with our Genesis Ultimatum. And then what happens if they get rid of our Ugin? What happens if our Sagas, run out and we still, for whatever reason, haven't won the game? If our Waking the Trolls gets all the way through Saga 3, or our Kiora gets all the way through Saga 3, and we still haven't won the game, let's bring them all back and do it again, because we have Eerie Ultimatum, which can bring your entire field back onto the battlefield, which is pretty busted, because if you hit your opponent with one Genesis Ultimatum, that's bad enough, especially if you hit one of these three cards here. But if they do somehow battle back from that and they're able to get rid of things on the battlefield, and you throw down an Eerie Ultimatum to follow it up with the World Tree, I mean, no one in their right mind is not going to hit that concede button, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's going to be the deck breakdown, though. It's the mana base is actually probably a little more unique than what you would think. I actually only have 3 of each dual land, and that's because we need a little bit more basics here. That way we can search with our cultivate and make sure we hit things, because if we take away, you know, 3 additional mana here, cultivate, if we pull multiples of, we're going to run out of lands to actually pull from the actual deck. So plus with the World Tree, colors typically aren't going to matter, and we do actually find the World Tree very consistently in this deck, like I said, especially with the Genesis Ultimatum. So anyways, that's going to be the deck breakdown today, guys. We're going to get into the gameplay footage. Enjoy. It was a lot of fun. Our opponents, man, today were they were making some misplays, allowing the door to be wide open for us to do some really cool things. So enjoy the gameplay footage, and at the end, we'll see you back here for some final thoughts. I'm going to do a quick couple of shout outs for you guys, and yeah, we'll go over some stuff. So we'll see you guys then. Peace. All right, here we go. Welcome to Ultimate Land, baby, where we cast ultimates all day, every day. Speaking of ultimate, we have an Eerie Ultimatum with the World Tree. Excuse me, I am still sick. I am getting through it, though. We're getting better. We're getting better. We have an Ultimatum and we have a Cultivate, which is great. Eerie Ultimatum, not super awesome though to start the game off with. Definitely want to see a Genesis Ultimatum first, but it's okay. I'm sure we can draw into something. Waiting for our opponent here to do something. There they go. They took a mulligan. See if they like their next hand any better. So I did want to play something with 5 colors, so I'm really excited about this deck because it does include the World Tree and the 5 colors. I tried doing something with Prismatic Bridge, but I just couldn't get it to actually stick and actually get me a good enough win con to showcase it, unfortunately. So we had to turn the gears over to an Ultimatum deck. Ultimatums seem to be working very nicely for me. I'm doing fairly well with this deck. All right, 2 different styles of mana. Don't like that. That's a good find. I do have Cultivate, which is great news for us. What do we want? We want blue and red. I do need to find another green source, though, which is a little bit tricky. Well, I guess I should have made that green, because this could be red or blue. Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake. Whatever. All right, that was a bit of a mistake already on the mana base. That should have been green, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Any mana after the 6 mana is all going to be this, you know, any color we want anyway, so it's all good. No blocks. I am going to bounce that next turn, so let's get the Triome down. Say go. Gonna bounce the Luminarch Aspirant before combat. Anything else you want to play, or is that it? Youthful Valkyrie. Youthful Valkyrie, very, very good card if they have a bunch of angels in hand, which I'm sure they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing it. Oh, a green source. Love to see it. Let's go and just get both of these down on the field now. And now I don't really care if things start to die. If things start to die, we get cards back with the Eerie Ultimatum, which is what it's all about. Genesis Ultimatum, that was about to pop, and if we can just hit one Ugin or something off of the Ultimatum, or even just like a Waking the Trolls would be sick. Because we're going to get way ahead on the land here with the Genesis Ultimatum. I'm sure we're going to pull, you know, at least 2, and then hopefully hit the Waking the Trolls. That'd be sweet. Opponent foretold something, though. Is it Doomscar, potentially? Could that be a Doomscar? I can't think of anything else that makes sense. All right, they get the 1/1 to the Youthful Valkyrie, which is smart. I can't actually kill it with the Brazen Borrower, but if a Brazen Borrower dies, we get it back down the road, so I'll definitely make the block there. Ultimatum is about to pop this turn, so we're good to go. Good to go, baby. What do we get? Christmas time. Oh, we got not too many great things there. Oh, we got the ultimatums though. Let's go. I'll take that. I'll take that. We got another Genesis and we got a Ruinous. We should be able to win this game. I mean, we got 3 different types of ultimatums we can continue to play over and over again, so don't think they're going to be able to stop us here. What's great about the Ruinous is it actually destroys the Banishing Light as well as everything else. I don't really need to draw a card, so I'm happy to block with the Edgewall Innkeeper because we also get it back too, so. All right, let's do that. Protect our life total the best we can, and let's take over the game after this. If this is a Doomscar, though, I could be in a little bit of trouble. I mean, they're in way worse shape than us, though. Let's be honest. Like, they just don't know it yet. They just don't know what's about to happen to them yet, you know? And we'll do this. Say go. Now say go. All right, so we got another Cultivate. We can eat up our lands. That way we know our Genesis Ultimatum hits something a little bit better. Do we have enough lands to do that though? 1, 2, 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would need to top deck a land in order for that to work. All right, that was not a land. All right, so not really a great graveyard yet. So let's go for the Ultimatum. Kiora, that's not bad. And another Ruinous, also not bad. Now let's cultivate. And Bone Crusher Giant. They need to get to what life total? 15 more. They win the game. So let's keep that life total down. Let's keep it down. Let's go ahead and let's keep it down, you know? Alright. I think we won this game, if I'm being honest, but we have 2 cards in the graveyard. Eerie Ultimatum not looking super great yet, but could potentially have another Kiora after all the sagas complete to pull back from the graveyard. Ooh, Starnheim Unleashed. Solid. That's what they foretold. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I didn't think it would be a Doomscar because I was like, Doomscar doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. All right, that's pretty good, man. Angel of Destiny's pretty bonkers if it's played correctly, you know? Let's go ahead and kill all other things. We'll steal their Heliod too once we get the option, you know? And we have, I mean, do we have enough mana to play everything? I think we do. So, our opponent's in a bit of a pickle here. I honestly haven't felt threatened in this entire game so far, if I'm being completely honest, which is awesome. I feel like we've had a pretty good, solid outcome here. And they got a Starnheim Unleashed in hand, which means that's GG's. Here comes the scoop. I was going to steal with the Kraken next turn. I was going to steal the Heliod, which is nice. Maybe even a land. A land might even be good, too, because if we pulled a Waking the Trolls, it just makes that even worse. Oh, and we did pull Waking the Trolls. Look at that. So we'll take a land. Makes their Starnheim Unleashed worse, too. Waking the Trolls. Sorry, allergies, man. Sick. This just is cold in general. All right, killing the land. I mean, we have lethal, but we're just really trying to get the most out of this content. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get the content. All day with the content. Let's go. I think we won. Eerie Ultimatum. We're getting back Kiora, the Best of Sea Gods, as well as an Edgewall Innkeeper. I don't know. I think we got him. I think we got him. I'm glad they're letting us go through with this, though. That's really nice of them. Really happy that... Oh, man, you gotta let us finish out. We got so far. GG's, GG's. All right, good first game. Yeah, I can't lie. This deck is gonna be fairly powerful. I think it's gonna be fairly decent on the ladder here because we've been playtesting this all morning, and I've been having really great results with it. So very happy with where we're at right now. This is a really weird hand. We have a Genesis Ultimatum, which is great. Oh my god, we up against Luris. Yeah, we can't keep this. That's trouble. Oh no, you're gonna do me like this game? Oh my goodness. Wait, no. You can go. You can stay. You can go. Yeah, like that. All right, we got to get this midnight clock going. We're up against probably rogues. So it is what it is. They didn't hit a crab. That's good. Or if they did, they can't play because they don't have a blue source. Man, oh man, we got to take a double mulligan against rogues. That's gonna hurt. It's really gonna hurt. Hopefully we can get this clock down before it's too late. They get to go first too. All the odds are against us here. See if we can make it work. There's the crab. There's the old crab. Ruinous Ultimatum is great. We got to find a way to play it though. We got to get that world tree action going. We lost one in the graveyard. I don't really care about the milling as long as the clock resolves, obviously. So let's hope that resolves. Hopefully they play something here. End step? No. Let's see if they counter this. Let's try to draw a counter out of this because I need that midnight clock to absolutely resolve. Alright, it does go through. Here we go. If this doesn't resolve, we just lose auto scoop, but we just top deck 3 of our biggest spells in our entire deck. That's good. We'll take that. We'll take that. That's fine. All right, we are going to take a few shots from the Soaring Thought Thief. So our life total is not in crazy danger at the moment. The milling I don't care about anymore because we have the clock. So as long as we can just stay alive, I mean, we'll be good. Can we do it? They're up to 4 mana, so they got plenty of mana to work with here. I think we prioritize the clock here. I can't block the Soaring Thought Thief, right? So playing the Bone Crusher here seems probably like a waste. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and tick the clock up one time. I think we gotta prioritize the clock. We are up to technically 5 mana though, so 2 more turns we can cast a Genesis Ultimatum as long as the mana it comes out correct. We have really good colors here though, really nice spread. Just need a green and a red source. All right, there's a land. We get milled again. Don't really care again about the milling. Don't care unless, of course, they have Brazen Borrower. Then it's just gonna be a little bit embarrassing. But once the midnight clock goes off against these rogues, man, all their buffs go away. It's gonna be really nice. How many world trees have they hit though? 1, 2. They've hit 2 world trees. All right, we found another land. Let's go ahead and play the Bone Crusher, and then just in case they play like an Enforcer or something like that, and then let's go ahead and tick up the clock one more time. All right, we're looking good. Looking good, and now we can put a little pressure on them too. If they don't want to play like an Enforcer, we could just keep going through with the Bone Crusher. I'm happy with that. Okay, or they Heartless Act it. That's fine too. They take 2. So we're keeping pace with them on the damage somehow. Don't know how, but we are. And we just need 1 more land here to hit the Genesis Ultimatum. One more land, and hopefully the Genesis Ultimatum finds us a world tree. I think they've all been eaten up though. Just 2 though, I think. Just 2? Yeah, so there's still 2 more world trees in there, so hopefully we can find one. Hey, it's a land, but it's literally the only land that doesn't... It's the only land that doesn't allow us to play it. Alright, let's go for the Akiora Best of Sea Gods. That's still fairly decent. That's still a fairly decent card to play. Alright, we can steal their Soaring Thought Thief too, which is great. We want to take the Soaring Thought Thief because it's a flyer and it's the only thing we can't defend against. Wow, of course we top deck a red land. The literally the only land in the entire deck that doesn't help us. Excuse me. Alright, Sowing Thought Thief goes over the top. We are at 9 on the clock, so we're getting close. I do have 2 amazing cards in hand, though, that I really want to cast. I don't want these to get shuffled back in the deck. Come on, land. Any land but a mountain. Alright, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good chance this gets countered now, though. Our opponent has some black mana left to open at this time, so good chance this gets countered. I may want to actually just prioritize the clock. Yeah, I think this is just going to get countered. I guess it's worth a shot, though, because our opponent's tapped down for the next turn, right? Yeah, it's worth a shot, because even if they counter it, we're still going to get the clock before they're able to attack us again, so... Let's give it a go. I definitely think it's getting countered, though. Drown in the Lock all over this. And I guess drawing out a counter now is pretty good, too, because we're going to get a fresh hand, and we don't want them to be able to counter our next set of things that we're going to be trying to do. All right, so we're starting off the very next turn with a fresh hand. You'd love to see it. All right, so if we lose the clock, though, how's our mana look for ultimatums? Not great, huh? Blue, blue. Yeah, we would need one more blue because we lost the clock. All right. I'm sure we could top deck a blue, though, out of 7 cards. I'm sure it's possible. Opponent's going to lose all their buffs, too, on all their creatures. They're also going to have to pay a higher tax cost on, like, Into the Story. Yeah, so we're in really good shape here. The Kraken is on pace here to just win us the game with this next attack. They might just scoop here because even if they play a creature, I steal it. We swing it with the Kraken, we win. So they'll need to at least play 2 creatures here in order to protect their life total. Do they have 2 creatures, though? That's the question. And by the looks of the way they're slow rolling this, I don't think that they do. I do not think that they do. You love to try to get one up on rogues, man. Love winning these games. Midnight Clock, just too much for our opponent to deal with. Oh, yeah, they're roping us, though. Are they really playing that type of game, or are they really thinking here? Hate to do it to them, but let's just make sure we're not getting roped here. All right, looks like we are. So we might have to make a little cut here. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right, we're back and it's our turn. Rogues being classy as usual, you know, playing a deck that no one really likes, and they're roping us, but we are back. Midnight Clock's going off. We're gonna draw a fresh 7 here, but unfortunately, we have to wait for our opponent to basically okay that because they have priority over something, which means they have an instant speed spell. It is what it is. We'll see you guys again in a moment here. There you go, and that's the game. Unbelievable, man. The level of respect that's given these days. GG. All right, here we go. I had to take a quick step away for some lunch, but I think we won too. And oh, we got roped the last game. I forgot. Yeah. Rogues. Damn, Rogues. At least we got the win though. That's good. Ooh, this ain't bad. We got 2 ultimatums with a world tree. A way to draw cards early. I mean, this isn't great. We don't have a way to ramp at all into these ultimatums, but at least we can play them. If we can make it to turn 7, that is. Let's see what we're up against. If it's like a super aggressive deck, we might be in trouble. Go, Gary. Okay. All right. I suppose that's okay. We can Bone Crusher the 1/1. Hopefully it's the only one they have. And then if it is, we can slow down the Love Struck Beast, which is nice. Nope, it's not the only one they have. It never is. All right. You couldn't give me 2 Love Struck Beasts to kind of keep pace? Jeez. Brazen Borrower off the top would be nice too. Okay, another ultimatum. Not necessarily the worst thing to ever see, but In this particular instance, not great. If we get to turn 7, it's lights out for our opponent, but I'm having a feeling that getting to turn 7 is going to be a little harder than it may seem. Got the World Tree though, feels so good because anytime I can cast this Ruinous Ultimatum, that really eases my tension a little bit with the World Tree being down, being able to cast it. Just being able to just basically board wipe your opponent, but not just board wipe them, but board wipe them. Oh, that's actually, I'll take that trade actually. Being able to board wipe them and maybe dealing, you know, taking some extra things with you, like maybe like a henge, for instance, could be really good. They really shouldn't have attacked there. Now I got the Bone Crusher on the 1/1, and the Lovestruck Beast hopefully become immobile. And if they become immobile, then your boys got time to set it up. I do need to either hit more land or some ramp spells like Cultivate or something, but gonna need something. Hopefully they just hard cast a beast here and then get on with our day. Sorry if you guys heard that. I just totally bit into Ice Cube. That probably did not sound great. Alright, they have land. And a questing beast. Alright, so we'll take 4 from the questing. It's fine. It's not really fine, but at least a Bone Crusher can block it next turn. We'll take 4 for now. What's really nice about having the World Tree down this early too is just that we don't have to even worry about what land we pull. With just any land is fine. Eventually they all be the same thing. We do pull an Edgewall Innkeeper, which helps. Alright, we find another land. There we go. There we go. Up to 4. 4 lands. Can we... Oh man, I just don't know if we're gonna be able to survive. We really kept a really heavy hand here. I thought we would draw into something, but drawing into Genesis Ultimatum followed by a Ugin, that wasn't the 2 cards I wanted to see at all. They're willing to make the trade with me, unless of course they have Embercleave. That's definitely a possibility here. If it is, we definitely lost, but gotta make the block anyways. Heartless Act, alright. That's fine by me. They should have done that pre-combat. That way Questing Beast would have got the 4 damage through, but now they just took a turn off again for me. Appreciate that. Man, another adventure creature off the top would be ideal. Or Cultivate, that works too. Let's go, baby. And we are set for the Ultimatum, baby. Let's go. Okay, so we just got to lay down that forest next turn. We can ruin this Ultimatum, and I think we win the game. They definitely could have played this game a lot better themselves. We kind of got by on, it feels like a little bit of our opponent misplaying here. They just didn't really sequence properly. Like, attacking with the 2 1/1s, offering me the trade with the Edgewall was really risky. They might scoop here now that they see my hand. Oh boy. They just saw my hand, and I bet they just literally pooped their pants. Don't rope me just because you saw my hand. Come on. Alright, cool. They're going to attack step here. They think they might have a chance still. We'll see. We'll see. They're going to have to top deck some miracles, that's for sure. I don't think they understand that the World Tree is going to allow me to cast the Ruinous Ultimatum. Let the fun begin, baby. Let the fun begin. Here comes the Scoop City here. Because this is just going to be followed up by Genesis Ultimatum, followed up by Ugin, followed up by Waking the Trolls. I mean, how do you stop that sequence, man? Once we get to turn 7, it's just a wrap. It is such a wrap. They get to draw a card off of that. That's actually pretty good. A 3-card sequence just off of Edgewall, and then it activates their Lovestruck Beast too. Not bad, not bad. Making it interesting. And it's a land though. Ouch. And we draw another ultimatum. This one, the Eerie Ultimatum. 2 good blockers here. Don't mind that. It's not exactly a killer, but a killer ultimatum. But we got some good stuff off of it. I'm willing to trade that beast. I mean, my beast can't do anything. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna double block just in case they have some shenanigans in their hand. In case they have another Heartless Act or something. Oh man, come on, Nose, don't fail me now. Another Genesis Ultimatum. Don't mind if I do's. And Waking the Trolls, because we're savage like that, we'll take their only black source. Is that a wrap? I think that might be a wrap. Oh, nope, they're gonna allow us to keep going. Let's see what we got here. See what our opponent wants to do here. We got Edgewall down on the battlefield, so if we drop an Eerie Ultimatum on our opponent here, getting back our Love Struck and Bone Crusher, we can draw a couple of cards off of that play. Or if we just wait till the Waking the Trolls goes to the graveyard, we get that back. It's just never ending. Dang, they offer up a trade with the Edgy here. No thank you. I'll take your Fabled, sure. Whoa, whoa. Oh, actually, Fabled counts as any color, huh? I don't need to crack it. What am I doing? Jeez Louise, get it together. All right. Ugin down. Ugonski is all down on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and cultivate here. If we have any more lands, I don't even know. We sure do. Making Waking the Trolls even better. Let's see how many trolls we actually get. We got so much land out here. I really am curious to know how many trolls this is gonna equate to. Please let it, like, don't quit. Just at least let us see how many trolls hit the battlefield. Like, that's all I want to see. I could just count, but I don't feel like doing that. 17 lands on my side versus, it looks like 8 on their side, if I'm saying that correctly. It's not bad. It's not a bad difference there. Looking at 9 trolls. 9 trollies. Ooh. Alright, cool, cool. That does save you from death, so you probably will end up playing this turn out, right? You're just gonna hold on to the giant? That seems odd. Why wouldn't she play that? Just gonna waste your mana. Okay. 9. That's not bad. Shoot that bad boy down. If I haven't already won, I'm definitely going to put a nail in the coffin here on this next play. Ready for this? How about another Waking the Trolls? How about another one? You should have played that giant. Now you can't play the giant. Oh, good game. They really should have played that giant. That was weird that they didn't play that. Like, it obviously didn't matter, but like, why wait and play the 3 mana card on the next turn when you might have a top deck that costs a lot, you know? Anyways, I think we got to play every ultimatum in that last game. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. If they somehow answer the first one, we throw down another one. If they answer that one, we throw down another one. This is good, but we don't have any land. Every time I take a 2-land hand and I go first, I absolutely get mana screwed. I'm still gonna do that because I'm a glutton for punishment, but I have a World Tree. Like, I can't not keep a hand with the World Tree in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just too tempting. It's just too tempting. Come on, land off the top, man. If we could just keep pulling lands off the top consecutively, there's no way we lose this game. We have too many good cards in hand here. Mono red. All right, we could kill that. That's a good card. We could definitely kill that. Bone Crusher. Bang. Done. That's their only play, huh? Okay. I'll take it. Pass. All right. You found a land, so I gotta stomp you. You found a land, you gotta go. Annex, that's getting bounced. Oh no, and we lost. Oh, we no longer have any more lands falling into our lap here. We need some lands, game. Come on. No more ultimatums, no more 7 and 8 drops. Let's just get this thing together, man. You can go. Cultivate, I'll take it. Close enough. Red, blue. All right, that gets us kind of back on track. If we could just top deck another cultivate, we're in business. All right, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Let's just hope no Embercleave here, and we might be okay. Ooh, Waking the Trolls. That will definitely ensure that I hit my land drop. I'm gonna do it. I killed their Castle Emberth too. That's like a double whammy. All right, we ensure our land drop. It sets up for a really nice, you know, big game winner, obviously. And it ensures that we hit our next big spell here, which is going to be key to winning this game. If we could top deck a land too, we can Ugin. That's a lot of damage. Do I die? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, we died. Well, I took the risky play there for sure. Definitely probably should have played the Bone Crusher Giant. That's on me. Probably should have played the Bone Crusher. But if we didn't top deck a land, we were toast. So we'll take the L on that. I still think I made the right play on that last game. Waking the Trolls, guaranteeing that we hit that 7th land drop. Because I mean, getting down the Bone Crusher Giant would have ensured for sure that we would have gotten a follow-up turn. But hitting the land would have been flip of a coin, you know? So I had to take the sure way of doing that, which is Waking the Trolls. This is another really hard keep. I have the Cultivate this time in hand, so it feels a lot better. But we might be doing the same thing I just did, where I took a 2-land hand and paid for it. Let's find out. Let's find out. We have a World Tree too, which is great. So any sort of ultimatum off the top is playable. Obviously, if we hit lands. All right, we're up against something that has Fabled Passage in red. All right, so World Tree down, Innkeeper in. We'll cultivate on the next turn here, putting us up to 4 lands, and then pretty close to Waking the Trolls already. All right, Florhedron. Drew another blue source, so let's go for red and green here. Not that it really matters. No attacks. Yeah, we're sitting really nice right now. I don't think they can beat us here. We've got too good of a hand, and the fact that we top decked some land here, it's gonna be hard to beat us, to be honest. All right, they're gonna cultivate as well. So Waking the Trolls is gonna be tough to get a ton of value out of. Oh, 2 of them though. That makes things interesting. Gotta kill the Florhedron here, I think. Straw card. Another Bone Crusher. I'll take it. I'll take it. Back-to-back Waking the Trolls is fun. We could take away some of their key lands here that they need, like the green and blue, and maybe shut down their plays. All right, well, they say hold my beer on that one. Ooh, Ruinous Ultimatum. I get to play that next. Let's go. Take your green source. No attacks. I definitely get to hit my ultimatum next turn too. That feels so good. Oh my god. If they play anything here, I want them to just flood the board. Obviously, I know that it's gonna hurt. Like they're gonna tear the peaks of my face, but hopefully not. Hopefully they just kill my Bone Crushers and Edgewall Innkeeper. They don't even play another creature, so they're not going to get much out of the Terror of the Peaks then, huh? They're just trying to ramp so the Waking the Trolls doesn't actually have as big of an effect. Interesting. We'll take your Fabled. Part of me wants to Waking the Trolls again, because I really want to get ahead of them on the land. That way we actually get a decent amount of trolls. There's so many good plays I have here, honestly. Like, if I'm being completely honest, there's so many good plays. 6, 7, 2, 4, 6. So they would have 7 if they pull a land. They could play a giant. So I feel like I gotta kill this, right? I just feel like I gotta kill the Terror of the Peaks. I gotta play safe. It's such a weak ultimatum. It's such a weak ultimatum, but I feel like I had to do it. We'll lead back to Edgewall Innkeeper as a blocker in case we need it, but I feel like that was the only safe thing we could do, though, because throwing down a giant for 7/7 and just sending it to my face and then attacking for 5, that's really bad. Like, that could really do some damage. Okay, they got another Terror, though. We don't even have any more lands than they have. That's pretty wild. All right, they ramped a lot. Genesis Ultimatum, or do we go for Kiora, Best of Sea Gods? I think I got a Genesis here. Unreal. Unreal. Eerie Ultimatum, not much to hit right now. This is gonna hurt on the next play. This is gonna hurt bad. I'm gonna offer up the trade all day. They don't take it. I don't blame them. Oh, that Waking the Trolls, man. They ramped a lot if they were able to not allow us to generate any trolls, man. That's 9 damage plus the 5. Damn, they put us down to 1 damage. A Bone Crusher kills us here. Okay, they didn't see it. Wow, we got so lucky. All right, well, it's basically Ugin or bust here. Ugin or bust. There it is. We got the Ugin. Yeah, they oopsied really bad. Five. I could do Waking the Trolls too. That's actually really good. This is what we're gonna do. -5. And then we'll throw out a chump blocker with the Bone Crusher. Alright, and then yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We can make this work. We can make this work. Bone Crusher down, sure. We should not be alive. Wow. They made some mistakes there for sure. Okay. It's a land. Alright, that's also a land. Ouch. Genesis Ultimatum. Let me just see real quick what I have left in my deck here. Kiora. Ruinous would be nice to grab. Man, I don't know. I think I have to Genesis here. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So I need to hit like 2 lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have to hit 2 lands here. If I don't hit 2 lands here, I lose. I need to hit 2 lands and a creature, guaranteed, or I lose. All right, those are 2 lands, but yikes! One's tapped. Oh wait. Okay, maybe I did that wrong. My math was wrong. Good. I'm glad my math was wrong. That's very good. I needed this Kiora to come down. I thought for sure one of those lands was coming in tap there, and I did the math on that and that we were toast, but alright, kill the Bone Crusher. They say good game. Are they gonna scoop? Really? I guess we are tapping them down this turn, unless they top deck a Bone Crusher Giant. I mean, yikes! We got the win here, man. Our opponent here really threw. They literally had lethal and they didn't even see it. They had lethal and they didn't see it. Feels bad, man. Man, we had such a good start too. The way they kept up with that waking the trolls was crazy. Like honestly, like that was kudos to our opponent here. As much ramping as they had to get themselves there. Well played. GG's. Let's go, baby. That was a hard fought victory right there. I'm just so glad they missed lethal. Let's go. Welcome back. Those are going to be the games for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this one. I mean, playing all the best ultimatums feels pretty fun to me, but I don't know about you guys. If you guys want though, and you want to take this thing on the ladder, I will say I've had quite a bit of success with it. I have a pretty high win percentage with this deck. I know in the video particularly, we got away with a few, you know, misplays on our opponent's part, and we still were able to get the W. But I will say that for the most part, we've had a lot of success with this deck. So I think you guys could do pretty well with this one. You can also have some fun with this deck, and you can actually spin the top end to be whatever it is that you want it to be. Obviously, Ugin, you could run 4 Ugins if you want to. You can make these, you know, whatever big, heavy spell that you want them to be for the ultimatum. You can get a little bit more synergy in this deck, I'm sure, if you guys have a creative mind and put it together. But with this particular package, I'm really enjoying it. I'm not going to mess with it too much. I actually, I had another card in here in the place of Waking the Trolls. What card was it? I can't remember exactly, but it was another heavy top end card. I think it, shoot, I'm not even gonna try because I can't remember, to be honest, but it was working just fine. If you really want to replace these big cards with pretty much any big spell, it's gonna work, as long as it's hard to deal with for your opponent, and if it flusters your opponent. And oh, it was Coma, that's right, Coma. So Coma was in that slot and it did really well too. So I just think Waking the Trolls was a little bit more fun, and being that it's a 6-drop, I was able to curve into it and then play our big 7-drop spells. Didn't necessarily need to hit an ultimatum to play it. So I thought that was a fun little addition here instead of Coma. But there are a lot of really fun things you can do. Being a 5-color deck, technically you could throw in things like Dream Trawler if you wanted to. But yeah, the deck was fun. I'm not personally going to mess with my version of it, but let me know if you guys have another version of it that you like to play, or if you guys have some ideas right away that come to your mind that are like, oh, I want to make a change to this, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear those thoughts and your ideas. But here we go. We're going to the part of the video where I like to give a quick shout out to all of my current members on YouTube. If you guys don't know, there's a membership program on YouTube that helps support me and the channel monetarily. It is $4.99 a month, and you actually get access to really cool emotes you can use in the chat on Wednesdays when we go live on YouTube, which will be tonight. Keep an eye out for that. Love to see you guys in the chat if you guys don't mind swinging by. And with that, the emotes, you also get a exclusive content, some pack opening videos where I open up IRL packs live. We're going to be doing a booster pack for Strixhaven, but also we do some online pack openings when we get the new set coming out. We're going to be doing 100 cards for Strixhaven. We're going to do a pack opening for that as well. So if you want access to that, become a member today. Anyways, all of our members currently that we have are Kevin, Zeke, Watts, Beef Drew, and Travis. Thank you all so much for being members. It means the world to me, and I'm going to continue shouting you guys out. As long as you guys are members on the channel, you're going to keep getting those shout outs. So thank you all so much. Thank you so much for the support. If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much as well. It helps the algorithm so much if you stay to the end of the video like this. So I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I hope to see you guys all in the next video, which will be Friday. I'm not too sure what the deck's going to be yet. Not sure what's going to be planned, but I'm sure if you stop by the stream today, you'll see me working on some stuff, and you might get a little sneak peek. So hopefully we'll see you there. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah, it's custom to cheddar.